Hi everybody, how's everyone doing? It's been, let's say, about a week or two since I've made a face-to-face video, and I am back making my face-to-face videos with you all. So, this week's topic of discussion surrounds the importance of a compliance plan. We have learned so much about compliance over the last few weeks, and how important compliance can be, especially through all the case studies that we have been reading and completing assignments on. So I want you all to imagine a school bus stop, okay? There are lots of children who are getting on a bus, and there are no laws, no regulations against against drivers being able to drive past whenever the stop sign is out, or no laws regarding the speed limit or anything like that. It's totally chaotic. You've got all of these little lives that are in danger because there are no laws. Imagine that. How crazy would that be? You know, how many deaths would there be? How many injured little kids would there be? There would be lots, right? Well, same thing with having a compliance plan for a facility. You've got so many lives that are at stake. You all just finished completing a case study that showed you how easy a life can be at stake, and when there aren't any rules that are being followed. So it's very important. There are billions of dollars that are lost on a daily, weekly, monthly basis for individuals who just choose not to comply with the rules of compliance. I'll tell you, at my current organization, there is a lot of work that goes into compliance. One of your questions that you have to answer this week is, will it be beneficial to a medical practice for those laws to be simplified? And I will be the first to tell you, yes, it would. You have no idea how often me and my coworker research all day long, looking at laws for different scenarios that we face. And what's so frustrating is when you look up one and then you try to search for an answer in a different area, and they're essentially saying the same thing, but they're not really explaining it in layman's terms. So it's almost left up to your own interpretation. Well, in a field such as this, where they hold everybody accountable and they don't allow you to say, well, I didn't know, or I didn't understand, it's kind of difficult to get a definitive answer on something. So you have to do lots of research, and sometimes you're going to have to resort to trial and error, which is one of the worst things that you can ever want to tell anyone, because everyone wants a definite answer, right? Well, hopefully this week, in your researching, that you guys will provide some really great answers, as you always do, and discussion. I'm really looking forward to reading your responses and just simply getting your take on this week's discussion. So I just want to be the first to tell you that compliance is a wonderful field to get into. I absolutely love it. There is a huge difference between good stressors and bad stressors, and I must say that my whole 2 years since I've been here in my current position, well, almost 2 years, because I just started last year in January, it's been nothing but good stressors. You know, you have to research. I will tell you that. Don't think that it's going to be a cakewalk, because it's not. You will most definitely have to research before you make any definitive rules, and before you start training individuals. And it's not to say that you're not going to make a mistake. We have been wrong. We have researched, and we have put plans into motion and figured out later on, you know what, this isn't what that really meant. We interpret it wrong, and then we had to go back and retrain. So that can happen. We're all human, and of course we make mistakes, right? But the most important thing about making mistakes is when you identify it, that you correct it. So I really, really look forward to consulting with you all in the discussion this week. Grades will be completed no later than Tuesday of this week. And you all are doing excellent. I'm really proud of each of you. So keep up the great work, and can you believe it? We're done in a week and a half. This month has flown by. It really has. Well, have a wonderful night, and I look forward to speaking with you all this week. Good night, everybody.